What's up, YouTube? Today I wanted to highlight art of one of my favorite X-Men villains, Kane Marco, aka the Avatar of Sidorak, aka the Juggernaut. Quick background story. One of the fun things about comic collecting was the thrill of the hunt, finding those deals. Um, and while more scarcer, it is possible still in the art world. For example, with this piece, had an interesting story. I was browsing on Comic Art Fans and I saw that this piece was uploaded way back in 2007. And I picked up this piece, I want to say in 2019, so 12 years later. Um, and I wasn't sure, I was kind of skeptical if I would get a response back, but I sent a message inquiring if the piece was available. And it actually was in the collection of the writer of the three-issue arc World War Hulk X-Men, Christos Gage. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And sure enough, a few days later, he replied, but the price was a little higher than I was comfortable with. So I held off, and then later on we did agree on a price, and I ended up purchasing it directly from the writer, and then he kind of signed it here. So that was pretty unexpected to kind of find a piece that was posted 12 years ago by the writer, and then I wasn't sure if he was still active on Comic Art Fans or not, and it turned out he is. So still possible to get good deals and get that throw of the hunt that we get with comics as well. So this art was done by Andrea De Vito, an Italian comic book artist. It was a 3-issue miniseries called World War Hulk X-Men, where basically World Breaker Hulk is coming after all the members of the Illuminati that he kind of blamed with everything that happened in the Planet Hulk storyline. So, Professor X, being the mutant representation in the Illuminati, he went to the X Mansion. And there, this arc, you have the classic X-Men team, and then you have X Factor, you have the new X-Men. They were all kind of trying to defend Charles. And during this time, the Juggernaut, known more being the stepbrother of Charles and the antagonist, actually was sticking up for his brother. So Juggernaut splash pages are very hard to come by. I've only seen a handful over time. One of my favorites is the double page spread by one of my friends, Dickie, on Comic Art Fans, from the X-Force miniseries by Rob Liefeld. But this one, I really liked. It captivated me because it kind of captured the essence of the Juggernaut, meaning he's so big and bulky that basically he barely fits in this whole splash page. And Andrea De Vito, I think, is how do you say it? A underrated artist. You can definitely tell, kind of just looking at the artwork, his style, and just capturing the massive nature of the Juggernaut. And let me just flip through, show you the colored version. Look at that, turned right to it. So, and then it doesn't get better than that. It says, "I'm the Juggernaut." Fortunately, later on, I was able to buy a companion piece to this that goes very well. So what essentially happened was Juggernaut tried to take on World Breaker Hulk initially without his armor. And sorry if I'm giving anybody headaches. And he basically got pulverized. Oop, that's Wolverine. He basically got pulverized trying to take the Hulk on. And Sidorak, didn't give him the power of the Juggernaut because Kane Marco was doing it more for the good of his brother rather than trying to create destruction. But this preceding page before he's talking to Sidorak, saying he's doing it to trash the Hulk and to become the Avatar of Destruction. So I actually bought this companion page later on after I got the splash from Super Palace Art. That's I think the rep for Andrea De Vito. And this is kind of the companion piece. Love the panels. Bruised and battered Juggernaut, kind of humbled, looking at the crimson gem of Sidorak. And then he's embracing the destruction, and then he turns into the Juggernaut. Thought it'd be cool just to talk about this piece. So again, in terms of art hunting, auctions are always good. Going through dealers, but there's still potential stealth buys. Always throw out those feelers in case. You never know if a piece will become available. More so often, you usually don't get a response, especially if they posted many years ago and they're not active, but you never know. All right, John signing off. Thanks for watching.